everyone, Charlene Ortiz here. I just wanted to do a quick video as I'm getting ready to go out and drive for Lyft tonight, especially before it starts to get dark. And I wanted to do this video earlier, but I just didn't have time. So I figured, well, while I'm kind of getting ready for my shift, I'll just do a quick one. But I know that recently, our girl, Amberlyn, did a sausage mukbang video. I still don't know how to pronounce that stupid word. Even the word itself sounds kind of gross, even though I know it's a Korean word, so I don't mean to offend any Koreans. Anyway, and she did the sausage one. And I think at this point, we can all agree that these are the last days of Amberlyn. She clearly does not care about her health and well-being. And she clearly just has accepted the fact she's going to die, or she's in denial about the fact that she's going to die. She's just in complete denial about it. But I think it's more so she's accepted the fact that she's going to die. Because obviously there are so many people that have reached out to her and wanting to help her, wanting to give her advice, you know, wanting to just give her the support, encouragement, motivation she needs, and she just doesn't care. And she reminds me a lot of my dad. Shortly before he died, I guess within the last year before he died, she reminds me a lot of him. I'm sorry, but the roads in Vegas, if any of you have ever driven around Vegas, the roads in Vegas are awful, and they're so bumpy, so I apologize that you guys are kind of shaking too, because my phone's shaking, and they need to fix the roads. Anyway, so that mukbang video obviously disgusted a lot of people, like all of her mukbangs do, but that particular one, along with the Burger King one, I think really made the biggest negative impact on her audience, because I think it just shows that, you know, this is it. Like, she's gonna die. There's nothing we can do about it, and we need to just, you know, just accept that that's where she's at, that's what she wants, and just to, I guess, let her do what she wants to do. And just like she said in that one video, if you die doing what you love, is it really that sad? And for her, I guess it's not, you know. And so I know Obese to Beast did a video a couple days ago, just, you know, kind of pleading to her, she's going to die, that she needs to change, she needs to get help, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Bless his heart. His heart is in the right place. And I know that he says in his video, and he said in the other one, that he understands where she's at. He understands how hard it is. And I don't think he really does. And I say that only based on her childhood, and only based on the emotional and mental limitations that she has. Obviously has, you know, mental illness that hasn't been diagnosed. I mean, it's clear to everybody. There's some sort of mental illness there that's not being dealt with. I mean, nobody can, you know, say what it is, or, but it's clear to everybody that something is wrong. And Obese to Beast doesn't have the mental illness challenges that she has. As far as I know, he didn't grow up with parents that were meth addicts and did drugs, and sold drugs. So she had a really, really traumatic, horrible childhood. And I think that her addiction, her behavior, it goes way beyond her weight. Obviously, her weight is just, you know, the external consequence of what's going on internally, and a lot of what hasn't been healed or dealt with. So I don't think he or any of us, I think there's a very, very small amount of people that can really, truly relate to what why she is like this and what she struggles with. But, you know, but again, you know, bless his heart, bless the heart of all the people that have done videos reaching out to her and trying to understand. You know, I think maybe there are people that, you know, have been hardcore heroin addicts, drug addicts that have had really, really challenging childhoods, horrible examples for parents that, you know, probably can relate to her a lot more. But I know I certainly can't, you know, maybe to a certain degree. But now the area that I can relate to her, if she is at a point where she just wants to die, that is something I can relate to, as I said in my other video, with the chronic pain and the illness that I deal with, especially when I was first diagnosed. You know, I did wish death upon myself. And for her, I think that she's probably just so overwhelmed with not just where she's at physically, but just the incredible amount of hate and disdain that people have developed towards her. And I mean, of course, again, it's self-inflicted. And I think she might feel like, you know what, it's just too late. And even if I do try to make changes, even if I do try to do something positive, people bash it and, you know, put me down. And I feel like she just thinks that it's a lose-lose situation for herself, which is not true. You know, as I said before, the internet and people in the audience can be very forgiving. A perfect example of that is Chantal, Foodie Beauty, because she recently did a video about going to the doctor and getting on antidepressants finally and getting on a plan. And the comment section was nothing but encouragement, nothing but encouragement. And I also made a comment too, even though I've never been a fan of her for obvious reasons. I also made a comment telling her, keep going, you're doing awesome. You know, just if you keep going, you're on your way to an amazing life, an amazing existence, you know, in a stronger, healthier body. Because there's nothing better than living in a strong, healthy body. I mean, it's just amazing. Even despite my illnesses and limitations and pain that I deal with, the fact that my body is in shape, that I am strong, I am healthy in terms of what I can control, it is phenomenal to be in a body that is strong and healthy. It gives you so much freedom. It gives you so much empowerment. It gives you so much confidence. And it's just, you know, it's amazing. I can't explain it. It's something you have to experience yourself and obviously work for. No one can give it to you. But, you know, I think Chantal is a perfect example of that. And I hope that she is successful. And I really do. I would be ecstatic to see her achieve incredible results and to really finally get her health and her situation in check and to start seeing dramatic changes. And once if she sticks with it, once she does start to see those changes, most likely she will never turn back, because I know Obese to Beast could absolutely confirm this with me. Once you've experienced what it's like to be in a body that's healthy and strong, anybody that's lost weight will confirm this with me. You never, ever want to go back to being in an unhealthy body. Never. And because, again, it's such an amazing feeling. It's such an amazing way to live. So as far as Amberlyn, I know she recently did upload Something Is Wrong With Me. Duh. We've known that for, you know, 3 years. But Becky looks awful. Oh my God. I mean, Becky just is humongous. They both look deformed, just incredibly deformed. And Becky is, you know, I mean, she needs to get a grave plot right next to Amberlyn, because, you know, she's not far behind her if she keeps up this road. But Authentic Hogwash, I think, said it perfectly the other day. She had recommended that Amberlyn make funeral arrangements so that Becky or her family members wouldn't have to deal with that. And I 100% agree, because that's really the only future, you know, that that we're going to see for Amberlyn. There's no other future for her. And I think that she does need to make those arrangements. I don't think she will. you know, I really don't. But the thing is, when she does die, like, Becky isn't responsible for doing anything for her. She's not a partner. She's not legally binded to her in any way. So what the city would come and just collect the body and then cremate it, and then they bury it, and just kind of I guess, I don't want to say like a general, sorry, these bumpy roads, like a general cemetery or something. I don't know. I saw a documentary on it one time where they, it was about finding people that had died and they didn't have family or anybody to really claim them. And so they, you know, just took the body, cremated it, they distributed their assets, and gave it to a next of kin. Anybody they could find that had any relationship to them whatsoever, they would give their belongings to them. But anyway, it was a really kind of a sad, really sad documentary. But that's what they could do, you know. Like, Becky doesn't have to do anything. She could just call the ambulance and they'd come get her. Because the thing is, when Amberlyn does reach that moment, and she will, I mean, it's a given, she will, where she's in the midst of a stroke or a heart attack, and you know, it's that moment where her body is saying, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, it's too much stress, we're done. The time is going to be a vital factor in terms of her surviving any type of stroke or heart attack. They have to rush her to the hospital like within minutes, and that will not happen. It's going to take them probably an hour just to get her out of the house. So when she does have that heart attack or stroke, there's not going to be any rushing to the hospital and getting access to the machines and the medication that she will need, or the OR, so that she can get the appropriate treatment so she can survive something that catastrophic with her health. That's not going to be reality for her. She's just going to have to deal with it and hope it'll be over quick. And that's it. Becky's home. She'll have to sit there and watch her die, as well as Eric and Ricky if they're home, and they will be powerless. There'll be nothing they can do. And even the ambulance, when the paramedics come, there'll be nothing they can do. So that'll be it. That'll be it. So the only thing that I could wish is that it won't be that painful, although it will be painful. And it will be fairly quick. That's all I can wish on her. Because, again, where she's at mentally, you know, she's not going to change. Because I see my dad in her 100%. I see 100% of my dad in her. And the willingness is not there. And that's where my dad was, you know. He was in so much pain. He had done so much damage to his body that he just was ready to go. He was ready to go and just be out of that kind of emotional and physical pain and just move on to whatever the next existence is going to be. And I think for her, that's going to be the only, you know, that's where her mindset is at. That's going to be her only mindset right now. So it really is sad. It really is very tragic. Especially, you know, there's a lot of people that are emotionally invested in her and really do care about her, and they don't want to see that. I don't want to see that happen. Nobody wants to see that happen. But the reality is, it does not matter who tries to reach out to her. I mean, my God, I mean, Jeff Cavalier from Athlean X could reach out to her and say, I'll personally work with you one-on-one, free of charge, and she wouldn't do it. Dr. Now could show up at her door with an ambulance ready saying, let's go, and she wouldn't do it. So it doesn't matter, you know, what kind of resources are available. It doesn't matter who's reaching. It doesn't matter. She doesn't want it. And I get it. I get it. You know, physically, I cannot imagine the amount of pain that she's in. I can't fathom. Because I know the pain that I feel every day, and I'm in a body that's a normal size. There's no extra stress on my joints or my bones or my tendons or my back. And of course, you know, I have illnesses and disabilities that she doesn't have. I've been in several car accidents. However, being that weight will cause just as much, if not more pain than the disabilities that I deal with. And like even something simple, like when my back is hurting me really bad, I can pull my knees into my chest and stretch it out really good and get some relief from that, even if it's just for a few minutes. And she can't do that. You know, if she does need to change a body position or stretch or something just to kind of relieve some of the pain, she can't do that. You know, so there's no relief unless she's on some type of pain medication. I don't know if she does take pain medication, but there's just no relief for her. And so, again, I get it. I understand why she would feel that way. And, maybe if she were to move on, you know, to whatever the next existence is, she'll come back, you know, if, you know, you believe in reincarnation. Honestly, I don't know. I kind of do, but, none of us really know what happens when we die. I mean, none of us really know. But, you know, if that does exist, maybe she'll come back and she'll have a better chance, you know. But for those of you that are, you know, feel like you're emotionally invested in her, I think you just need to accept the fact that it's over for her. Like she's done. And I think, you know, if that is the case, she should just enjoy her life. Eat all the foods you want to eat. Buy all the crap you want to buy. If it's going to give you that, you know, 5-minute high, hell, you know, if you're preparing to die, enjoy it. And I really do think that's her mindset, that she just feels like I'm going to die and it's too late. There's nothing anybody can do about it. And I'm just going to enjoy it to the best of my ability with the money that I'm making. And that's it. So anyway, these are the last days of Amberlyn Reid. And it will be really sad. It'll be very sad when we do get that news, when Becky does the video or the post, whatever, that she has passed away. It will be very sad for everybody because, you know, not just because she's dead, but because everybody knew that it could have been avoided. And another sad thing too is, like my dad, she's never really had anything in her life, or any time in her life where she really seemed to be happy. And that, to me, when my dad died, I felt like his life was more tragic than his death, because he never was really happy. He never really enjoyed his life that much. And that was what was so tragic to me. And for me, that's what will be so tragic about it, is that she never really enjoyed life in the way that it should be enjoyed. And I don't know, it's just so sad. So all right, guys, I'm going to start my night. I just wanted to give my thoughts, you know, on her recent mukbang and, you know, where I think she's at. Obviously, it's not good. So, okay, thanks for tuning in. I always appreciate it. Remember, take care of yourself, protect yourself physically and emotionally. And don't forget, your health is your most valuable asset. Invest in it. Bye-bye.